way to show respect to the audience and respect your own business. It was a way to protect it.
I am Mr. Richie, and I'm Kayfabe Avenue, and I'm Kayfabe
It's Kayfabe Avenue.
Ladies and gentlemen, heels and faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks, I am Mr. Richie Moon.
And I'm Kayfabe AJ.
And I'm Kayfabe Focus.
And I'm E.A.
And this is Kayfabe Avenue, and this is Fire Fest Predictions.
Let's get it. Let's
Night
get it.
one. So
Let's do it.
With Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus MJF and Wardlow.
And this has been a great rivalry building up to Fyter Fest. I believe MJF has fought Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt as of recent, squashing both, I believe. No, he squashed Marco Stunt. But
Wardlow's been pretty much picking on Jungle Boy from what I've been seeing. Like, it's just been like them really just being the bullies, MJF and Wardlow. And the real big story for me coming into this match is actually Wardlow versus Luchasaurus. Like, I think that's the bigger match out of all of this.
I mean, one thing I could say about Jungle Boy and MJF, they put on like a fire match the last pay-per-view. And I heard Tony Khan on the last Unrestricted. He was like, yo, they only wrestled amount of like, you could count on the one hand. You know what I mean? And the chemistry that MJF and Jungle Boy has is very high level, and he praises it so much. And the last match that I seen with Luchasaurus and Wardlow, that was it was impressive as well. So I expect this one to be a good one.
Yeah,
like
I mean, Jungle Boy and MJF is gonna be part of the future in AEW. Like, that's gonna be a rivalry forever. And that match that Wardlow and Luchasaurus had on Dynamite the other night was dope. Like, Wardlow was the perfect like Hurricanrana out of nowhere. It was dope.
Yeah, Wardlow is somebody, when he first came out, I wasn't really too impressed.
Me either.
With anything that he was doing. He was kind of just standing in the back, like, you know, no charisma, nothing. The match with him and Cody, his debut match, I didn't see it as a high point for him. He should have came out like aggressive and destructive from the beginning. Now he's starting to settle into that big guy role, starting to show more of who he is and how he gets down in the ring. And I'm starting to build to actually getting behind Wardlow. That's why I'm saying out of this match, the bigger match to me would be Wardlow versus Luchasaurus. I know they fought before, but I think it's the tip of the iceberg. It's like you said, they are going to be the future of AEW. I think the best thing to start doing now is positioning them as rivals from the get. So like keep them apart for the most part, but when they clash, it needs to feel like, you know, this is going to be big. You know,
it's going to be like a clash of two worlds. You have a prehistoric dinosaur, and then you have a bouncer from either Long Island or New Jersey trying to beat up a dinosaur.
Well, he has a master's degree, so he probably done himself pretty good.
There's a master's degree.
I was thinking this when I was watching, and it's weird that I never really mentioned it to y'all, but I was watching the match with Wardlow and Luchasaurus last Wednesday. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, the way they build in MJF and Wardlow, it's like baby Shawn Michaels and Kevin Nash when Kevin Nash was the bodyguard playing.
I could kind of see that, but with their own style to it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, at least Wardlow now, he's finally starting to show his Kevin Nash. Like, I was just looking at it, and it didn't click to me that that's what they were trying to do, or maybe I'm wrong. They probably gonna go a whole left or whatever, but that's what I started seeing.
Well, who do you think is gonna win? Who do you think is gonna win the match?
Whew. I mean, that's gonna be a good one. It could go either way. I want Luchasaurus to start getting some wins under his belt, but I also want Wardlow. Like, yo, MJF is undefeated. He might take it. They might take it.
Who you going?
All right, I'm gonna play for the underdog. I'm going MJF and Warlow. Why not?
See,
Who you going?
I don't think MJF and Wardlow are the underdogs. I think because of their character, the heel tactics they're gonna do that they're used to doing, I think that's the way that they win. I'm going for MJF and Wardlow for the win, but I personally would love to see Luchasaurus and the Jungle Express take that win. But I think I'm gonna go with MJF and Wardlow. It just seems like the smarter decision to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with MJF and Wardlow. MJF is obviously gonna get the sneaky pin on Luchasaurus after Wardlow does something to Luchasaurus. That's gonna put MJF probably in the contendership for the TNT Championship against Cody, and who knows, maybe he'll.
That's a great prediction. I actually think that might happen. That MJF will catch it on on Luchasaurus, then Jungle Boy, and that will continue their rivalry as well. So I actually like that prediction.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm going for MJF and Wardlow. There's no reason, and there's no reason to. I mean, he hasn't lost on his record, but his shoulders haven't been pinned. I think MJF and Wardlow gonna take
his last major match was against Cody, and he lost that. So, this being his next big rivalry, I think that MJF definitely should definitely win this. But
before we move on,
the championship, I don't think they should put MJF and Cody in a situation where they're together again so soon. I think if anything, it'll diminish MJF because the rise that Cody is on, I don't see Cody losing that title. They're trying to build historic title contention, contender list. So I definitely see Cody not facing MJF soon.
Before we move on, I just want to ask y'all one thing. Where do you think that they doing with MJF and Warlow? Are they trying to make them a tag team now? Or they just still trying to, like I said, they trying to do the Shawn Michaels, Kevin Nash thing?
In my opinion, AEW knows how to utilize tag teams to push both stars. That's something that they've kind of mastered recently. So even
I agree.
If you notice, even the people that are completely alone, like a John Moxley, he's even been thrown in tag teams and triple 6-man tag teams,
It makes sense.
So, they build a lot of characters at once. So that's why they go in that direction.
Because it makes sense. I mean, you got to think about it. MJF and Warlow have been together this entire time. It's the first time they actually attack team.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense.
So they're gonna be you think that the next step for them is gonna be going for the tag champs?
I think they should make a run for it. Actually,
if they need a tag team, they'll tag team. But no, they're solo.
That's gonna be the last things that they should do before Wardlow
attacks MJF.
Or one of them turn on each other. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Not only that, we need more contenders for the tag team titles. With this COVID situation, we don't have the Lucha Bros. We don't have.
Lucha Bros back.
They're back already?
Yeah,
okay, I missed that.
Yeah,
so,
they came back
we still need more emphasis on tag teams. The Lucha Bros haven't been around in a minute, so they've lost ranking position. Anyway, so they got to really build that back up regardless. So, person like MJF coming off a good rivalry like that, me personally, I think AEW is going to go the route of keeping him away from Cody. So a tag team contention with him and Wardlow makes the best sense, and we all can agree. We see Wardlow turning on MJF down the line. So, I think it'll go that route.
You never know.
Or maybe,
everything of a trios championship down the line. You never know that he might bring in Sean Spears with him and Wardlow.
I would hope not.
I could see that happening, but I see MJF going after the World Heavyweight title because he's undefeated in AEW.
Not only that, think about a Brian Cage if he's wins against Mox or just people of that caliber of that weight class. We're gonna need people like push to the top to face these guys, make it look realistic.
Speaking of tag,
that makes sense.
Speaking of tag teams, the next matchup we got is Private Party with Matt Hardy versus Proud.
The Hardy Party.
The Hardy Party versus Proud and Powerful. I don't know who's gonna win this. I think I'm gonna go with Proud and Powerful. do some kind of inner circle shenanigans.
I'm biased. I gotta go for Proud and Powerful. Doesn't matter what the storyline is. I have to go for my guys.
I love, they from House of Glory. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Private Party, man. Like, I love the Boricuas, but they already have so many opportunities. They have classics. They had the first stadium match ever. Like, all right. You know what I mean? You don't have to prove no more. You're already legends from Impact. And now you finally on a bigger stage where you can get your name bigger. And they don't need to win, even though but I want to go for Private Party. I want to go for Private Party, man. Like my boys need to get their weight up.
I'm gonna go for Proud and Powerful. I gotta go for the guys. But I think the smart choice is Private Party because they've been in like a losing streak, not really showcase as much. Cody tried to bring, I forgot which one of them, into the TNT title. Which one?
Mark Quinn.
So,
the tall one.
He tried to showcase him. I think now's the time for Private Party to legitimize themselves as one of the big tag teams in AEW. They came off strong into the game, facing the Young Bucks on the first ever Dynamite.
They had a couple of fire matches on Dark against and Helico and what's the other dude? Like I forgot that team name.
Yeah, but see, that's always been my thing with AEW Dark. Like I feel like they need to focus on the casual viewers, the people that are giving them those demographic numbers on TNT. So Private Party on TNT needs to kind of solidify their place. As a legitimate.
I'm gonna go for them, man. I'm gonna go for them. Even though
Dark to help build those numbers, you help Dark to justify them getting into those matches. A lot of the building blocks for the storylines are on Dark. And to their credit, AEW has started to talk about Dark more on Dynamite. Because I agree, like I feel like it happened on Dynamite, but they've been implementing Dark a lot more on the main show because.
I'm not trying to take away the importance of AEW Dark. They have started to implement a little bit more from the Dark episodes, but it not being a flagship show, it not being on a network, is a big difference when it comes to statistical numbers and demographics and all that. Not only that, their bread and butter right now is TNT and that deal that they got going on. So to make it feel important, that's the main source of their product.
So they really need this.
Private Party definitely needs more wins. They need more.
If you're talking about it, the way you're talking about it, they need to win.
Advertising revenue though, because a lot of people are becoming millionaires off of YouTube and everything.
Yeah, but you got to think about the people that are.
And then you also got to think of the fact that it's not only just one channel; it's a couple channels that AEW has. You have the Nightmare Family, you have BTE, and then you have AEW, which puts out AEW Dark.
Yeah, but let's be completely honest about everything. All those channels you just mentioned. The only one that is fully utilized to their capability is BTE, and that's the Young Bucks channel.
And I would disagree with that statement because they are using it. It's not like just because you don't watch it doesn't mean that it's not successful. Because other people are watching it, they're doing the same amount of numbers.
It's not the fact that when they compare numbers, they never bring up Dark numbers. Period.
Because there's nothing.
Period.
There's nothing to compare it to. It's a stream show.
It's a show. There's wrestling on every single day of the week. There's definitely things. Tuesday night. As a matter of fact, there is something it can compare to. I'm glad you made that reference. They have NWA Power on Tuesday nights every week, and that's the bread and butter for NWA.
NWA Power has been on for a while since the pandemic.
Right, but that's because that company suffered through COVID. But that's something that they could compare week in and week out the numbers.
That's not what it's about.
YouTube is not shoveling out millions of dollars instantly. You have to prove that you have that audience. They're still building their YouTube channels.
It's already there to make millions of dollars.
No, because the only people that are backing AEW outside of the Khan family is Turner, is TNT. Everything else on YouTube is created internally from AEW.
I gotta agree with AJ on this one.
There's
like
the
I
bigger
listen to both
picture
of your
is not
arguments.
YouTube. The bigger picture is not YouTube.
It's streaming now. Everything is streaming.
It will be in the future.
All right, but we're not talking about the future. We're talking about right now.
The cable companies.
We're talking about right now because YouTube's been out just as long as these streaming things were even possible. If YouTube was in a position, it would have taken over broadcasting, period, way before the wave of streaming apps that were ahead of the curve, and then YouTube adopted the Netflix model. So YouTube is not ahead of the curve. Not only that, Kayfabe Avenue has been on YouTube, and we started on YouTube. YouTube does not help creators. They are for themselves. You have to hit certain requirements to even meet a certain.
And AEW been hit that mark when it comes to making ad revenue. They're making a whole bunch of money off of each video, and they have 3 channels. They're at least making a couple million off of that channel.
Right, and out of the 3 AEW channels, they're only utilizing one for Dark, which is their bread and butter. And the only thing social media-wise that is ever relevant to any conversation when it comes to AEW, it's BTE. And BTE barely puts their storylines on Dynamite. So that's a whole nother beast. If you want to compare BTE to Dark. Let's see the numbers on that. I guarantee you, let's do the research and come back to this topic in a future episode. And I guarantee you that BTE puts more numbers in than the channel that holds Dark. Let's do that research.
I can already tell.
All right. Yeah, I actually kind of agree with AJ. Yo, if there's one,
what's the numbers?
It's not BT.
Let me say this. At least,
Dark pulls in way more numbers than BT.
We have to see the numbers.
I can tell you that right now.
So show it.
Yeah.
So show it.
All right.
You have to look it up.
Look these things up.
Let's move on to the next match.
Let's pick the next match. That will be another episode. That's a future reference for you guys. We'll discuss that another day. Let's get to the next match.
What was the match you was on?
The match was Private Party versus Proud and Powerful. I think.
I'm going for Private Party
for the win. I'm going for Proud and Powerful.
I want Private Party to win. That's my pick. They need it.
I think Proud and Powerful are going to win this through some shenanigans, and we're going to see this. We're going to see this rivalry go on because Private Party actually gave Proud and Powerful their first loss in AEW, and they don't let things like that go. So I feel like that will come back full circle.
Okay.
AEW Dark is doing 500,000 views, and BTE is doing.
Okay. Well, it will make sense. It will make sense because they have matches on that.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
So
But
you
even at a 500,000 views.
But that's not really no hit.
But even at a 500,000 views, there's no argument in this that they get more ad revenue, they get more money and financial backing by Turner and a cable network. That's undisputable.
Yeah, they made their money back already.
That's my point. I'm not. But this is what you're misinterpreting through this whole conversation. I'm not writing off YouTube. I'm doubling down on the importance of Turner's network and a broadcast cable company. That's the only thing I'm diving into.
I feel like you be sliding, you be shading off Dark just because it's on YouTube.
I don't shade Dark because go back on all these episodes of Kayfabe Avenue. Go back on the episodes. You see the only time I say anything bad about Dark is of their lack of bringing those stories to the front line when it comes to AEW Dynamite.
All right, let me ask you what.
In the beginning of this debate, I said in the beginning of this debate, the first thing I said was they are implementing the storylines more from Dark into Dynamite. That's the first thing I did. Give them credit. So, stay in the context of the debate and let's stay in the lines of what
let
is
me
actually
ask you
said.
one question.
My
One question,
comparison is
AJ.
the broadcast, the TV channel is more revenue and is more important to the viewers than a YouTube show, because without Turner, they could have did this on YouTube. It wasn't
All right, I agree.
legitimized as an opponent to WWE until Turner came into the picture.
All right, I got one question. Now, there's a lot of shit that you said that I agree with.
Just get your prediction over with, man. Let's move on.
Nah, I got one question on that.
Forget your question.
All right.
So
But,
proud,
that's another episode that we got. This
so
one,
powerful.
somebody
So
said
proud
that.
and powerful. Been on a losing streak for a while, so I don't see them winning this and building any type of momentum. We're gonna give it to a private party, so that private party could go on and feud with Kenny Omega and Hangman Pussy Pants Page, which is what private party calls them, mind you, not me. I just like
Okay.
And my question is, do they refer to him as Hangman Pussy Pants Page on AEW television?
Nah, you can't say that on it. Believe it or not, you can't say
pussy.
You can say shit, you can say ass, you can't say pussy, but they do it on BTE. I mean, but BTE is a different, like.
So, I'm saying that's a rivalry.
Real quick, what's your question? Before we move on completely, what was your question?
You forgot.
EA.
So moving on.
Oh, me? No. I took a sip. Hold on. No.
Moving on to the next
All
match.
right. No. Hold up.
What's up?
The question was, all right, I get it. I agree with a lot of shit you said, AJ. I agree. The revenue and the exposure is way different when you're on a cable network. But hypothetically, let's say somebody pulls a 5-star classic on Dark. Are we going to compare that when we do put the same two people on a network cable and they only put a regular 5-minute whatever?
This is the quick answer to your question. A 5-star match, no matter where it is a 5-star match. So they're going to get their props regardless. If the match is great, it's going to exceed expectations. People are going to tell people to go out their way to see this match, and it's going to have the traction, regardless on what platform it is.
Okay, but it won't make the wrestlers bigger. Like, that's what I'm asking you, because
let's be honest. A lot of these people are indie stars, and they got big through the indies. So it's the indie following that got AEW to where it's at. The internet wrestling fans got them where they at. So it's gonna matter regardless. A 5-star match is a 5-star match. It doesn't matter where it's at. So the next match.
The next match is.
Let's go on. That's all I wanted to say.
Shida versus Penelope Ford for the AEW Women's Championship.
Woo!
I will go with Shida.
I'm going with Shida. She's growing on me. Her technique, her character that she's building up. You know what I mean? Like, even on the sidelines, she, like, when they put the camera on her, she's standing out. I gotta give Shida a lot of props, because she was like one of the last of the Josies from Japan that said, nah, I'm going to stay in America when the pandemic hit, and she wanted to work. She could have went home and still getting paid like a lot of other wrestlers that we fuck with. She said, no, I want to work. Like, it is what it is.
Sheeta's on her best run right now.
Yeah.
She's like the equivalent of what Asuka's doing for WWE right now. She's holding down the division. So I don't see Shida losing. She's on her rise. She just got that title at the last pay-per-view. That was her last major feud. I don't see her losing it anytime soon.
That's true, but you also got to get some props to Penelope before who stepped her game up.
Yeah. She really did. She came out.
She stepped up in the ring. She already has the look. You know, she's actually, to me, holding down Kip Sabian and fuck Jimmy Havoc, but at that time, Jimmy Havoc as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely think Sheeta's going to retain her belt, but I think this is going to be a good match. And looking forward to the rise.
Yep. So
So I got to give props to Penelope.
We all agreed on Cheetah?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next match.
Our next match we got is the TNT Heavyweight Championship. Cody versus Jake Hager. And you already know who I'm going for. My man, the man of the hour, undesirable to undeniable, Cody, the American Nightmare for the win.
I'm definitely going for Cody.
Match.
My real question out this match is, are we going to get the plastic-looking toy belt, or are we going to get the gold-plated, originally intended belt?
Yo.
Nah,
I don't think yet.
This is to me. This is gonna be a good match. Cody, honestly,
he loves that belt.
But he knows it should be gold plated. So Cody, has been on his best run in recent years. I think he's been giving everyone like their greatest matches so far in AEW.
I agree.
And his last couple months going from losing his major matches and putting a lot of people over. Now it's his turn. So I think he's going to give it a lot. We're probably going to see him jig himself again like he always does in every major match. My concern about this match is with Hager's kind of dodging around, being active against a lot of people, like actually performing in ring.
Right.
If he loses, does it hurt Hager's standing in the fans' eyes? Because we only see him.
I don't want to call it like. Go ahead.
AEW does clean finishes though, but here's the thing: if they do a disqualification finish, it's okay because I think they've done that like once.
Right.
Once.
Yeah.
October. So like, that's acceptable. Like as opposed to another company that just does that ish all the time. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's sickening.
I mean, Jake Hager is coming in his own. I guess this is the type of character he wanted when he was in WWE, and he won his fights in UFC. So I know he's legit. So that was a jokey joke, but it was light. You know what I mean? But
the Iron Sheik.
Oh shit!
Nah, man. We stick to the subject. That's another episode too.
Stick to the subject.
That's another episode. We'll argue that one for a whole hour. But Jake Hager, I'm actually proud. You could tell. These wrestlers.
You going with Jake Hager or you going for Cody?
No, I'm going for Cody. I know Cody's gonna win it. But I'm actually happy and proud of where they taken his character into becoming the beast that he is.
This is my thing. Cody's defended his title every week since he's won it. So I wouldn't even be mad if Jake Hager actually won this one because Cody's been on a nonstop tear defending. It is too soon. I want Cody to keep it, but I wouldn't be mad also if Hager won it. I
see like a Lance Archer or a Brian Cage or something like that taking the title. I don't see.
I mean, if Hager wins,
he doesn't need it.
Something to do outside of Le Champion. Because honestly, a guy like Hager,
that's granted.
It makes more sense for him to down the line to try to take down a Jericho or Le Champion when he actually has the belt. Going against Jericho. So I wouldn't.
I don't think yet. I think they're gonna give it to like somebody that's gonna build it like they building up, and then they will challenge Cody, and then Cody would drop it. I don't see him. He's already established. He doesn't need the win, even though he does need the win. But I don't see them giving it to him at all.
All right,
he doesn't need it. He's still in the middle of a rivalry with the Inner Circle and the Elite and all and what types of storylines going on. Like he's good.
Okay, let's move on to the final match of part one.
Yes.
Day one.
Fyter Fest.
It is what I think is the unexpected, one of the best tag teams of the year, the best friends who've been low key putting on fire match after fire matches, especially in the
right
era. The best friend versus Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page.
Yep.
For the belts.
Honestly, dead serious, I mean, I want to say Kenny and Hangman, but I would not be surprised at all if the best friends win.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Not be surprised at all.
I think they deserve it.
I'm gonna go and pick the best friends. My reasoning behind that is we still have that lingering thread of Hangman turning on Kenny. Not only that, this kind of proves that the best friends are the better friends.
Yes.
So, I think that's going to revolve a lot in that story. And I think it's time. Maybe we should pull the trigger on Hangman kind of resolving those feelings towards the Elite.
And Kenny going for, I'm saying, his single thing too. I'm saying? There's a lot of places to be spun. But
yeah, I'm gonna go for the best friends.
I'm going for the best friends as well. I'm happy for them. They like the hottest trio right now in AEW. Like because we was all SCU as a trio fans. Yeah. Like that's who I really wanted. I thought was gonna really step up, but the way that the best friends has really been on fire, even excluding Orange, because Orange is right now is the man.
You gotta give the people what they want.
But the best friends really been stepping up, and I'm going for them as well.
All right, so that's 3 for the best friends. Yeah. Focus, what do you think, real quick?
We'll go with Omega and Page.
Okay.
Just the simple fact that they're not gonna have Hangman Pussy Pants Page turn on without them having a feud with the Private Party. I think what's gonna happen is that Omega Page is gonna have a match with the Private Party, and Private Party's gonna win, and that's when Hangman Pussy Pants Page shows his true colors.
That makes a lot of sense too.
I
wouldn't be mad at that at all.
Yeah, that's fire.
That actually does make a lot of sense. Actually,
that's a fire prediction.
So,
actually does make a lot of sense.
3 going for Hangman and Omega. 1 going for Private for the best friends.
No, sorry. It's 3. It's 3. So it's the best friends and 1 on.
No, it's 3. Me, you, EA are going for the best friends, right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going for the.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 and 2. Okay.
Yeah, 2 and 2. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna have to see on this review of day 1.
I just want to be surprised.
The results of see what our results were. See who won this one.
And then
granted.
On to night 2. And we are back with night 2 of Fyter Fest, and it starts off with Nyla Rose, and it's to be announced. Has an announcement to make. Tony Khan was on Unrestricted talking about this. Announcement to make. Our opponent's going to be is a mystery, so we can't really predict this. But what the announcement's going to be.
If it ain't Awesome Kong or Ada Kong, I really don't care.
I mean, but World Events is something.
Probably Ada, Aja Khan.
Nyla Rose came a long way. She also grew on me just like Sheeta and Chris Statlander. So I'm happy for her position. I hope the announcement is a blockbuster. If that's the way they bigging it up.
All right. So since we can't say who we think who would win, who do you think is her opponent? I'm going for Awesome Kong.
Awesome Kong. Oh, Jesus. Abaddon.
No.
That might be good.
It's not going to be Abaddon.
She might lose to Abaddon
I want to change
and
my
then
answer.
retire.
I want to change my answer.
Yeah, go ahead, because I don't even have it.
To Neil Dashwood.
Ooh, that would be fire. Oh, no, I would
to Neil?
She's a free agent right now, ain't she?
Yeah, facts. I don't even know if
Whoa.
AEW anyway.
That would be a good pickup.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? All right. I don't know. We don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go for who they've been bigging up for a little while. Either
I know who it ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna be Tessa Blanchard's stank ass.
She can go her funky ass to WWE. That's exactly what she
What if it is her? How you gonna feel?
I'd send a link to Tony Khan about all her past transgressions and say, really, Tony?
Nah, you know what? Actually, Big Swole said on Twitter, it will make the most sense career-wise for Tessa Blanchard to come to AEW.
Yeah, because her daddy could keep a leash on her. She shouldn't need a leash. She's a grown woman.
I I mean,
She can't even come over the border right now, though, bro. Like, she can't
It's gonna
even
be
come
big.
over.
It's gonna be
as
big.
much as I be
Wherever she ends up, she's a Blanchard.
wherever she ends, is gonna be big.
But she's an amazing wrestler.
I'll be riding.
Ooh,
But
what about Jordan Grace?
nah.
I feel like it's gonna be a debut.
Yeah, okay. So I mean,
I saw her on the Chris Van Vliet show, Jordan Grace, and she said that she just re-signed with Impact.
Yeah. I mean, she just won that title. She's the longest reigning women's champion so far with that title.
She's not going nowhere no time soon.
It's gonna be Riho.
But
maybe
bring Riho over. Why not?
Been on Twitter saying that she misses AEW and the fans, so that might be it too.
Who knows?
Get that little rematch.
Let's move on to the next match. It's going to be
right.
the Dark Order, and that's going to be Brody Lee, Stu Grayson, and Colt Cabana. Colt Cabana versus.
Let's go.
Does Colt even know his role in this match? I think he's still confused.
It's not exactly clear his role in it, but like it's very ironic because Colt Cabana made his debut saving SCU, and now he's facing SCU.
His first major match since debut, he's facing them.
So it's like it's the storytelling. it's a tip to the hat of the storytelling of AEW creative. So yeah. We'll see what's happening with I mean, the storyline's going to continue. I'm
going for Brody Lee. I think he's going to win it because he needs the win at this point. You just lost to Mox. You have to solidify yourself as a leader. Dark Order's kind of drifting into that funny, comedic lane a little bit. I think they need to double down on their toughness and with a strong win on Dark Order's part.
I'm gonna go with Dark Order as well. You know what I mean?
I don't think that Dark Order's going down the. I mean, I think they were funny on BTE, but we also take into account that BTE is like a parody of the AEW universe in some kind of ways. Because look at the stuff they're doing there. It's kind of like a parody of it. But I can see why you would say that. But I think I like what Dark Order is doing because they recently went after a woman. I forgot what her name was.
Anna J.
And I like that. The fact they're doing things that you wouldn't think they were going after Colt Cabana, after Anna J. So I think the Dark Order are gonna take this. I think they should take this. I think Colt Cabana is gonna fully embrace the Order of the Dark. Yeah.
I saw the BTE shit earlier. And I was crying when the BET, TBE, TV,
the TBE,
title,
BT,
7-Eleven, European,
7-Eleven, 47,
25 title match earlier.
You gotta be joking.
But they I like the way that the Dark Order's coming to their own. He was hilarious earlier. That shit fucked me up.
Threw the papers in his face and then told him to pick up all the papers. And that part store, hilarious.
And then he called Evil Uno and told him, "Yo, smack yourself with some papers." Like,
he called Evil Uno on the phone. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, well, grab the papers and smack yourself in the face with them.
We could have had Hangman. What do you do, yo?
That's a good storyline thread. That it's a shock.
Yo,
Hangman touched the Dark Order during that time. I hope that's something that they pull on that string down the line.
Where we might see that come to continuity. We might see that come.
The cowboy becomes the lead person of. The golden goose of the Dark Order.
That will be fire.
That'd be crazy.
So did everybody make the predictions?
Yeah, I'm going for Brody.
I'm going for the Dark Order as well.
How about you, Focus?
It's hard to say.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you?
Speak your piece, brother.
I'm gonna go with SCU.
SCU. All right. So the next match. I'm excited for this one. It's going to be the return of the Lucha Bros and the Butcher and the Blade.
That's why you said they were returning.
Versus, who would have thought, FTR and the Young
Bucks. Wait.
So it's a wait.
Yes.
That's going to steal the show for both nights. FTR, Young Bucks, and the Lucha Bros. Wow. Yeah, I gotta get my head out the sand.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
FTR and the Young Bucks.
That's crazy.
That's
ridiculous. I like that because it leaves the potential for a one-on-one tag team versus tag team with FTR versus the Bucks. So with that being said, I'm going for the Lucha Bros. One, because they're going to reestablish themselves as a tag team in the ranking system. And two, because that'll be the great catalyst for a loss on both of their parts that'll ignite their feud even more. So definitely see the Lucha Bros pulling this victory out, adding more fuel to the fire for FTR versus Young Bucks down the line. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a great prediction. I'm with him on that. Either the Lucha Bro or the Blade and the Butcher pull out the upset.
No, it's Lucha Bros, FTR, and the Young Bucks.
Yeah, it's like it's an 8-man tag team.
Yeah. One of them is gonna pull it out.
Is it 8-man tag team? Also, the Butcher. Oh, it's the Butcher and the Blade
versus with the Lucha Bros.
Okay. So I definitely see. No. So let me switch my whole prediction around.
Nah, that was a great one. Chill.
That was a great prediction, but with the Butcher and the Blade in the mix, you know what? I double down. Yeah, the Lucha Bros pull off the victory. The team wins, but that ignites the feud for Young Bucks and FTR. So yeah, I'll stick to
my. I'm with that. That definitely, you know what I mean? Or the Butcher and the Blade catch. They need a win too. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's more booking.
You know what I'm saying? Like and that was before they lost the Bunny to go to QT Marshall and.
I don't think they lost the Bunny. That's the thing. I think the Bunny is playing possum in the natural. In the
American Nightmares.
So when they're close to winning the title, she'll screw them over for the Butcher and the Blade. That's my.
That's kind of dope in the long term.
Because I feel like her relationship with QT Marshall came out of left field, kind of for me.
Yeah.
So, I think that's like the little mole in that organization that's gonna eventually help the Butcher and the Blade.
That's kind of a dope prediction. All right, I'm with you. I'm with him. How you feel, Richie?
I'm going with the Lucha Bros and the Butcher and the Blade. I think for the same reasons, it's going to ignite the feud. They're going to blame each other, and then you're going to lead into a Lucha Bros, probably FTR, which will all eventually break down to Young Bucks versus FTR at All Out in September. We got a while to September, so
right.
Spread things out. So I think that's how that goes down.
Damn, I didn't even realize that. That's the next major show in is like 2 months, 2.5 months.
That's going to spread out. I mean, we've never seen Lucha Bros versus FTR, so that's going to be. And we got to remember.
You know what? This is going to help them string the story thread all the way
even farther. Yep.
Yeah. We're gonna see FTR versus the Bucks at All Out. I see that.
You gotta remember the tag team champions are not even involved in this. The tag team belts are not even involved in this. So let's focus. What do you think?
I'm gonna have to go with the Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Brothers.
That's unanimous then.
Yeah, that's a 4-0.
Yeah, it really doesn't make sense any other way, unless it's like we're just better than you guys. And
I would say that it might take
who's better, but then between us,
AEW does. They're smarter.
I agree that it's gonna be a spot fest, and this shit is gonna probably steal both.
This match is gonna steal.
It's gonna steal it.
Fyter Fest. I mark my words. The only other match I see kind of holding that weight so far has been like Hangman and Kenny when they got together, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So I think those two are the potential show stealers of this 2-day event. So
yeah.
Next up, we got Lance Archer versus Joey Janela.
Squash.
Lance Archer.
It's gonna be
Lance Archer with a squash.
I think it's gonna be just a crazy match.
I think
it's gonna be crazy as far as Lance Archer is gonna destroy Joey Janela, and Joey Janela is gonna allow it to happen. So
I think Joey's gonna fight back a little something. He's gonna do a couple of spots over the ropes,
no, I
a
mean,
suicide
he's gonna
here
do
and there,
something, but he's gonna get his ass whooped for the most
But
part.
I'm going for Archer too. Like
Archer,
the way they building him up, Jake the Snake on the corner. You know what I mean?
You
Fucking
can't lose.
legend. You can't lose.
Right
you got a legend in your ear.
Not only
all
that,
day.
you're coming off of the loss against Cody. You need this win.
Lance Archer's been looking extra pricey these days. So
I like it.
My only thought is Sonny Kiss gonna be with Joey Janela?
More or less, I think he will.
He might try to interfere, maybe. I don't know.
Then Jake is gonna probably pull out the snake on
in
Sonny,
book
and Sonny
mine,
gonna run away.
I see Joey Janela getting thrashed so viciously. Sonny Kiss comes down to try to make the save. Sonny Kiss gets his ass whooped. Janela loses.
Yeah.
Or maybe Jake pull out the snake. Like, nah, you ain't gonna come in the ring. I got the snake right here. And Sonny is gonna run away. Something like that. Like
next match, I'm really looking forward to this next match. I think this is one of the best subtle, not even subtle, but like started off like so subtle. Orange Cassidy versus Chris Jericho.
Is this the main event of night 2?
Nah.
It should be, man. The way Orange.
Nah.
The way Orange
is Moxley and Cage.
Definitely be the main event of night.
You know, to actually get Orange to try is a sight to see. And who else to make Orange Cassidy actually try than the champion? Like the only person who's called the champion without even holding the belt. Like
I gotta give props.
I'm going for Orange Cassidy.
I think Chris Jericho's gonna put
I'm going for Orange Cassidy. But realistically speaking, the champion needs this win. The Inner Circle needs to double down on their power in AEW. I see if Santana Ortiz lose on day 1, Inner Circle needs to get this win. I don't see Hager winning, so Jericho has to win this one.
I heard a podcast with Jericho that in the beginning he was like, "Yo, I don't get this guy's gimmick. I don't understand what's going on." But he is like one of the fastest rising, hottest stars in like a blink of an eye. And I have to work with him now. Like he admitted it. We gotta give Jericho props on that. Like he said that himself.
Jericho knows how to spot talent and spot something that's gonna be big.
That's gonna be major.
You know, he does it himself all the time. So
Orange Cassidy, Orange Cassidy is a legit ratings drawer. Like when he comes on TV, people tune in.
It's crazy.
Spots get like one of the biggest.
He's like, yo, he has all demos. He has
Orange went from probably the most criticized wrestler in AEW
to one of the most popular and hottest right now.
Yeah, to one of the hottest things going.
And if you watch Unrestricted, Tony Khan's talking about how he has like one of the best wrestling minds as far as putting rep matches together, all that stuff, because he gets what he's doing, and they allow him creative freedom to be able to operate at his maximum capacity. It could be so simple.
All right.
Tony admitted it. He was like, "Yo, we didn't see him coming.
I think
we thought it was gonna be Scorpio Sky." You know what I mean? That like he literally admitted that. He was like,
they're giving everybody a chance to sink or swim. So that's really what's happening in AEW.
Scorpio Sky still got.
Yeah, he still got potential. He still got.
Of course. Scorpio is still you start, but that's what he said. He didn't see Orange Cassidy being one of the hottest T-shirt sellers. Kids is coming out dressing like him. None of that shit. He was like, yo, we did not see it. Nobody did.
I'm going for the champion in this one. So, EA, who you going for on this one?
Cassidy, man. Why not?
And Rich?
I think that Chris Jericho is going to put over Orange Cassidy. I think it's going to be Orange Cassidy.
Focus?
It's his turn.
I'm going with Cassidy 3-0. Wait, what?
I'm going. Like we got to like. I think it's his turn.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then after he beats Jericho, he could go for the TNA. He could go whatever he wants.
Your whore mouth.
You know what I mean? Like he's about to be a. I think this is the test to make him a made man.
Yo,
we
gonna beat up Iron Sheik for you mentioning TNA.
Yo, you heard? When I
No.
Iron Sheik, I'm gonna smack him right in his mouth.
All right, so what's the next match?
So the next match is the main event of
let's go.
Jon Moxley versus Brian Cage. And yo, dead serious?
I'm going for Cage, man.
Yo,
I'm going for Cage.
Nah.
Champion,
the path of Cage leads straight to Mox. If anybody should beat Mox, it should be somebody with the athleticism, the build, and the future of a Brian Cage. I think it's the perfect person for Mox to put over. Like, if it's not a rematch between him and Jericho at All Out for the title, and him losing it then, I definitely see Cage winning tonight at Fyter Fest, the main event. I definitely do see Cage winning that. I'm going for Cage.
I'm gonna go for Moxley because I think like what all his challenges has been now has just been steps up somebody that they just signed. It hasn't been nobody that they build up to challenge him. You understand? And he's beaten all of them. Even the slow build with him and Jericho, like he gave him the DDT at All Out on his debut.
The only reason I see I'm going for Cage, but the only reason I see a Mox win is for that Jericho match at All Out. So realistically, that would be my choice, but I'm gonna stick to Cage for preference.
All right, I'm going for Moxley. I don't think they're not taking it off of him no time soon.
So Rich,
I think Jon Moxley will win this, but I don't think this rivalry is over between Jon Moxley and Brian Cage. But
yeah, they might build it.
I think Jon Moxley comes out this time.
They should make it a triple. Like bring Brody Lee in the mix of that somewhere. If Brian Cage loses, bring Brody Lee to approach him like, nah, come join the Dark Order. We both take him out or something like that.
Nah,
you know
he has Taz.
Yeah.
He doesn't need he doesn't need anybody else. Cage is just look at the guy, man. So
Cage is almost like a legend. Like he was the man in Impact. You know what I mean? Before.
Yo, you keep bringing up Impact, I'm gonna smack the shit out of this sheep when I.
I'm an Impact watcher, man. I'm an Impact.
Listen, we're gonna get the Sheik's Twitter band, all right?
Nah, no, you're not. No, you're not. He's in the building in the barbecue. I don't care.
So, all right, so focus. Who do you think is gonna pull off this win?
Well, first and foremost, if you're asking me what I think we should mute PA for the rest of the episode.
So I'm bad. All right, whatever.
This right here is the crying towel because you're predicting.
No. Hit me with the Cody Rhodes. I mean the Dusty. Hit me with the Dusty. The Dusty.
Garbage guy.
Comparatively speaking,
I need the Dusty.
You know, everybody got hard times.
Who do you think?
Jon Mox is gonna win this one.
Jon Mox.
He's taking it, man.
It's gonna end in a draw.
Yo, I don't think
time limit.
It might end.
No, not time limit. They're both gonna get knocked out.
Something like that. I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, because Moxley kind of needs to keep this title to go see Jericho, and then Brian Cage doesn't need a loss right now.
He doesn't need a loss. I feel like this is gonna be a time limit draw. This is gonna
yawning on the mic.
This is gonna be something. I don't know. I don't feel like this is gonna end. Like, this is not going to be end clean.
All right, so with Focus passing the yawns around, you know we can do this all day.
We can do this all day.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Focus, where can they find you at?
You can find me at my YouTube channel, Stay Focus, where I sometimes do video game streams.
Yeah.
You can find me on Kayfabe _Focus on the Instagrams.
Okay.
Stay Focus on Twitter.
Yeah.
And the Kayfabe Avenue YouTube show.
What do you do over there?
I just talk shit about wrestling.
Do ya?
Do ya?
And I occasionally take a nap. You know, I don't think
all right, so while he's talking about his naps, you can find me at Kayfabe _Asia on Instagram. Also follow my podcast, Chaotic Dreams podcast on all streaming platforms. And Rich, where can they find you?
You can find me at Kayfabe Avenue on the Instagram. You can find me at Mr. Richie Moon on Instagram, YouTube, all podcast platforms. We have a Facebook page.
Do you?
EA, where can they find you, good sir?
I'm just on Twitter, you know what I mean? At E.A.
Twitter.
It's all spelled together.
So
We got the,
follow us all.
like Richie said, we on the Facebook page. Send your comments, your opinions, all of that.
And an announcement: we finally have Kayfabe Avenue on the Twitter.
Right.
So follow Kayfabe Avenue on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Follow the Facebook group. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Listen to us on Anchor, on iTunes, anywhere you can find your podcast.
Discord, Patreon.
We all
I don't know about all that. But with that being
Whatever
said,
Kenny,
take us home.
Goodbye. Mwah. And good night. Bye.